Alright, hello guys, this is the IllusionCast. This is episode 4 of it. We had some good episodes so far. We had a lot of cool people on so far. We had Jeesh on like the other week. Before that, we had like Random Lime King. Really nice people. We had some really cool conversations about like the current stuff that's happening right now in the community. But today we have another friend. You guys are familiar with Oricadia, my friend Ori. Say hi to him.
Hi, how's it going?
Always pretty busy lately. he looks like he's been
tired.
A lot. Busy and tired.
Yeah, but the grind keeps going, unfortunately.
Yeah. We understand. But yeah, thanks for coming on today, and we're gonna talk about like a couple of cool things today. So yeah,
no problem.
But first, like, how you just been lately? You know, besides you being obviously like tired and busy.
I mean, I've been good. Like, I've been pretty much just maintaining like a lot of like my consistency and just trying to like work on a lot of projects and stuff. Since now I'm like being hot potatoed around art. So like I'm just like hopping from like song to song for the past like 3 months consistently.
Yeah, which is
and like
crazy.
There's more stuff coming in the future. So yeah, I'm just pretty much trying to stay on my 10 toes about it, you know. Keep the ball rolling, essentially.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, being consistent's really nice. And what was it? Didn't you recently like reach like a new high on your listener count on Spotify? What was it?
I am at like 52,000 monthly listeners currently.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I think I went from like 5,000 in January of this year, and now I'm at like 52,000. So it's been definitely like a large scale sort of like snowball from then. But yeah,
that's really cool. That's really cool. I'm really like proud of you too, because like I saw that, I was like, oh wow, you're already like growing so fast. It's crazy.
Oh no, yeah, it's definitely like it's very great. Like I seem a little bit like nonchalant about it, but like I am really proud about it. But I'm more so just like still like, because when you're in that mindset where like you're grinding and you're hungry, like you don't stay like happy with like a specific number. You strive to keep going and to reach new heights.
Of course.
So like I'm not necessarily like that crazed on the exterior. On the interior, I'm definitely losing my shit, but like yeah, like I'm definitely still trying to like exceed and achieve, you know, like reach a level that like I'm not like reach a level that I'm comfortable with, essentially. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you definitely have to keep that grind going. And yeah, you're like a pretty hard worker, and I support that about you. I really
man.
like that a lot. So speaking of I guess like the current community, because you said you're doing like a lot of stuff for people, but recently what was it, like now, like a few weeks ago, like NPC happened, like was like a month ago now? It feels like it's been so long.
Yeah, NPC went by so quick. It's kind of crazy to believe that it's already been like 3 months already, but
it's been 3 months.
Basically, yeah, it's been 3 months.
Like actually, what?
September, August, July. So it's like just about been. Oh, actually, no, it's been 2 months, but it's about to be 3, because once October rolls in, it's gonna be 3. But like, because I do miss everybody that I met there. Love those guys. Those are all my brothers. I made a lot of new friends. Met a lot of people that I've known for years. You know, like just to name a couple. 954 Mari, Sudesu, Jonold, a couple of people and stuff. So like,
that's really nice.
I've genuinely, like, I was already reaching a certain point at the beginning, or like into the middle leading into the summer of this year, because I've already worked with a lot of people, but on like the upper side. But once I like really sat down and just like met and like became friends with everybody, it just like made me really want to like work with people a lot more, because like originally I was very much more like group centered towards myself. I wasn't necessarily focusing on working with other nerdcore artists like that, just because of the fact that like I didn't know them. But getting to actually like know people that are so down to earth and that like are literally doing the same thing that you're doing, and like in such a small community that like has such a limitless range, you just love that. Like I love that community so much, so that's why like I like being in this community more.
It's really great. I'm sad that I was telling everybody this. I told like Ty Wild this, time I interviewed him. But yeah, like I just miss everyone, and I miss the community. I went last year actually. Or you were supposed to what was it, come to MomoCon? Like what was it, like the year before, but you couldn't, right?
Yeah, I couldn't come to MomoCon.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly what was the reason as to why. I think it was because of complications with like I think it was the same reason as to this year actually. It was just complications with like scheduling, and then like this year I was originally planning to go, but then we had financial constraints, so I just said fuck it, I'm just gonna go to NPC by myself. It ended up working out because my one of my great friends, I'd say like my best friend to this day, like Sudeyasu, wasn't even supposed to be there, but then another person that like I'm grateful to really like call my best friend now, even though we've really only met each other like at NPC, but we just like became like fucking soul brothers because we nearly fucking died at NPC.
Oh yeah, was it Wolf?
Jonold. Oh, Jonold. Jonold actually helped to get Swoo to NPC, so we managed to get him in. So good. I ended up having a really good ass time. We all hung out as a group and all that, and it was great. NPC was definitely like once in a lifetime. Once NPC is genuinely like the experience to have if you're in this community. Yeah, like it's the definitive experience. Like there'll definitely be like other shows and stuff that all of these artists are gonna do, because obviously we can't just be limited to one concert a year. Yeah, but it's definitely, if you want to see all of us and have like the best time with all these people, you gotta come to NPC. Yeah, can't go nowhere else. Gotta come to NPC.
I'm really sad.
Best time of my life.
I'm really sad.
Bro.
I should have. Well, see, but now you know how like I felt like last year when you didn't come to MomoCon.
No, yeah, I felt like ass. Like I really wanted to come, but I guess it ended up working for the better, because I still ended up like getting in touch, like in tune with the community. So it still ended up working out for me. But yeah, like I was sad that I couldn't come last year, because I really did want to see all you guys and like hang out and shit.
Yeah, it would've been so cool, because I think I offered you to stay with me, Dax, and Loop, because me, Dax, and Loop were together, and but you couldn't.
Yeah, because it ended up just like. It just ended up being a schedule conflict. I think I remember now. I think it was because I had finals that week. But,
okay, yeah, because like I'm sure like NPC was really good this year. I really wish I would have won, but last year it was really meaningful, because that was like the first like big time that everyone actually like given up all together. It was so great. I love meeting Breeden and Vice. Like I love those two so much. Like Breeden and Vice are like probably one of my best friends at this moment. Yeah, like everyone just like amazing.
Yeah, they're really good at. They're really like cool people. I love Breeden and Vice. Known Breeden for several years at this point. Breeden actually has been around since the in beginning of me making music. We weren't friends at that point, but he is known of me since the beginning. We've known each other ever since he did that Thunderclap and Flash tournament, or like challenge, like in 2020, like early 2020. So that's how we ended up meeting and like just knowing of each other. But then we became friends like a year later.
So it was really cool. That's very cool. That's very dope. I was going to ask you, in terms of like the new people you met, like who are some of your favorite people that you met? Because I know you saw people like, Game Boy and like DPS and stuff like that, like a lot of cool people. You like
Oh no, yeah. I definitely. NPC was so funny to me, because like here was the game plan. I bought a general admission ticket, but everybody wanted to get me everywhere. So like when I first got there, I wasn't even expecting for me to do shit. But John was like, "Yo, come to this pool party." I'm like, "I just got here." No, come over. All right. I was like, "All right, fuck it." We go over to the pool party.
That's cool.
And after that, we had to go to. That's where I met Dahlia, Ben, Scholler, McGuire for the first time.
I miss Dahlia.
Stargirl, Sky, or like Irene, Sky, like a bunch of people that like I really enjoyed meeting in person, because it was really cool seeing a bunch of people's personalities being the same in real life, because like I used to always believe that people don't act the same as they do in real life on Discord. So I really do appreciate that like everybody was like true to themselves and honest. But basically, yeah, so like we went to like the second I landed on Friday, we went to Dahlia's pool party, had an amazing time. Then after that, we went to the VIP party for the con. And I didn't have a VIP ticket. Jono did, because he was a performer.
Okay.
But and I forgot exactly how Swool got in, but I had to end up calling DPS while he was in the middle of like presenting the audience like a Nerdcore documentary.
Oh, no way.
And he
no way.
He came outside to like let me in, and it was so funny because like I saw him in the distance and he saw me, and I literally just screamed out, "Papa!" And then like he just ran over here and like
so
this
funny.
big ass fucking 6'6", like at least 280 ass motherfucker runs up to me and just like fucking embraces me hard as shit. Strong ass dude, bro. And like
He's so
he ended up just like letting me into the VIP party, so we ended up having a really good time. That's where I ended up meeting pretty much everybody else. Peso, Mari, Ham.
Oh, that's amazing.
Pretty much all the loot people and
Yeah.
whatnot. Tev, for sure. Tev is a really cool, down to earth guy.
Tev is amazing. Tev deserves more. He's so great.
Asterisk and Wolf Boy. But like for the new people, so to speak, because like obviously I met Game Boy Jones and like I met Game Boy Jones and DPS and whatnot, but I've already known them before.
Yeah.
Like if I were to actually like highlight the people that I've never met before and that I met that I genuinely like really fuck with and that like I'm so cool with, I'd say definitely number one, Jonold. Like we're working on some classified shit right now, but literally my soul is tied to that guy, bro. I fucking love him.
Oh, okay.
2, Wolf Boy for sure. He ended up having to stay in a hotel room. Super cool dude. I fucking love him. Like awesome guy. 3, definitely Asterisk. Asterisk is a really cool person. We actually ended up all getting tattoos together.
I saw that. They look so cool.
Like, literally, yeah. We all ended up getting tattoos.
That's amazing.
To commemorate it.
Yeah, I was just talking to both of them actually. I was talking to Asterisk not too long ago.
Yeah, for sure. So it was definitely like super surreal to think that like I would be able to make these many friends like immediately, but it was awesome. I fucking loved it. It was super amazing.
That's great. I'm glad that you had like a great experience, and I heard the concert was even great because you got to see a lot of people perform for the first time too. A lot of people brought like a lot of cool energy to the performances, and since you're climbing up in the ranks now, you're getting more popular. Maybe next year we might see you perform. Hopefully. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I might have to like gaslight Game Boy Jones into letting me on that stage.
Not gaslight, that's crazy.
Nah, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that real quick to him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'll definitely see if I can. I have a lot of like options, but I'm not counting on it because like never know. But if it does happen though, I'll definitely be like, fuck yeah, put me on that stage right now. Like definitely, I'll do it. Even though I have never performed before, I'll do it.
Okay. I mean, hey, it'd be really
do
dope
it.
because you have like a nice voice. It'd be amazing to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Really, 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 really good. So yeah, I bet that was a great time. And next year, I am planning on coming. I'm coming to like a lot of things next year. I'm planning right now in advance, but yeah, I cannot wait for that experience.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome. I can't wait for you to come. I think NPC was really amazing. We had several parties. Like the entire week was just I'm not a party guy, but I would definitely party with those guys over and over again because that was amazing. I will never party with like spontaneously, but with people that I fuck with and I know, best time of my life. Fucking loved it. It was awesome. Like we went to several parties, had a bunch of funny laughs and moments that genuinely just like it was just core memories for me. That's probably gonna get nerfed whenever I have kids in the future.
Oh wow, awesome. That's so great. Oh, and speaking of that whole experience, because I am gonna grill you about this. So what's that Tekken stuff about? That I heard so much about people.
That Tekken stuff is
Booty Butt Tekken.
Alleged. It's very, very alleged. I will say the story behind it though.
Okay.
The story was that we were at the B&B having a party, and I was off of. Because at this point, I landed on Friday at like 10 a.m. in the morning. I had 2 hours of sleep in me. And we went to 3 parties back to back. Pool party, VIP party. Then we went to the B&B for an after party. So I had 1 Four Loko, and that ended up, my bad, 1 Four Loko and a shot of Fireball. And that ended up being the worst decision of my fucking life.
Oh my goodness.
Because I got drunk so fast. And the thing is with me is that like my bit whenever I'm drunk is that I just say one joke like that's like stuck in my head over and over again the entire fucking night. That's literally just me whenever I'm drunk.
Right.
So JHB This is where I say that this is the reason why I blame JHB, because it's his fault.
Oh, JHB
comes up to me at the party, notices that I'm gone, and he's like, "Yo, bro, I'm really about to get butt booty naked, start playing Tekken with an AC on." Like, whisper that shit in my ear. Rest of the night was history. I was saying that shit to literally everybody, bro. And everybody fucking. I never played Tekken ever in my life. I never played Tekken ever in my fucking life. And now all that shit got stuck on me because this nigga JHB couldn't admit his mistake. But literally, this the funny part is too, is that this is literally how, like, because I met Peso at the VIP party, but we never really talked. But when we went to the B&B, that's when he saw me again and we were actually talking. But when I went up to him, I was just like, "Yo, you know I'm about to get butt booty naked, start playing Tekken with an AC on, right?" And then he looked at me, he was like, and I wasn't breaking the dap, so he was just like trying to break that shit apart. I was not breaking the dap. So that entire night, funny. You can probably guess how that entire night went.
Insane, I bet.
A day later at the concert, Peso does his opener, and then he goes off stage to come and find me. And we were at the front having a conversation, and he was just like, "Yo, bro, do you remember what happened last night?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Dude, yo, you must have like brain damage or some shit, because what the fuck were you on last night?" I was like, "What do you mean, bro?" It's like, "You really just walked up to me talking about being butt booty naked, bro. What's your problem?" but yeah, like it was definitely an experience, so to speak. So
wow, so it's JHB's fault. It's crazy.
It is JHB's fault.
That's so
and
hilarious.
It was the funny part is that he knew it was his fault, because he literally FaceTimed me in the morning after that shit. And he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry."
That's crazy.
Like, I didn't know you was gonna do that, bro. Like, I'm so sorry I did that shit, bro. Like, he fucking knew, and they still blamed me. It was his fucking fault, bro.
Wow, that's insane. No, like,
I'm saying,
no, like, James is so funny. I love James a lot. JHB's really great guy, but he's hilarious. Actually,
that's my bro.
He's actually
I literally have it right here.
Oh,
my
that's
bro.
so nice. And like a
guy.
Gypstick, yeah. Gypstick's cool too.
These are literally my guys. Like, this is, if I were to say, like, genuinely who's next up in Nerdcore, like who's more up and coming, it's literally just us right here. Just a trio.
Oh, like, I love that.
We really put in some work on the ground right now. I'm not gonna lie.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I believe in all three of you guys. You guys are really up and coming. When I met them last year too for the first time, they were all amazing. Great
love
people.
Them boys, bro. I met them at Youngster server. We became so cool. The only problem was last year is that we just didn't talk a lot, but every time we did, we was just fucking clicking. We was funny as hell. Love those guys.
That's so great.
Definitely love those guys.
But that sounds like just a great time in general. Hopefully next NPC is just as, memorable.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, people said MomoCon couldn't be replicated, and that's true, because NPC did that and beyond. Because the Tape Yard party, if you know, you know. If you was there, you was there. It was amazing. Literally the best party, like top 5 parties everybody in their lives ever.
Oh,
and for me, top 1, because I don't party, but I loved it. It was actually amazing. I met a lot of amazing people over there that definitely have a future in like doing a bunch of stuff in their career. And I honestly just can't wait to continue doing shit. Like, I can't wait to continue like growing with these people and building a name for myself in this community, because these are my grassroots. I love it. So yeah.
No, that sounds like a great time. But the next question I wanted to ask you is about your music yourself, because you're a singer and you're a great singer. Actually, you have an amazing voice. I was just listening to your last track actually that you uploaded on your channel, the Gojo song.
Yeah, Limitless. Yeah.
So do you want to like talk about that a little bit for us? How you made the song and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, so like Limitless was very it's actually a very funny story behind that song.
Oh, really?
Originally it was supposed to be somebody else's song.
Oh, really? Wow.
I did the hook for it and completely forgot that I was supposed to send this shit out. So I just finished the entire song on my own, and then the other person heard it and he was like, "Nah, bro, you got it, bro, it's all good." And I was just like,
really? Right. That's so interesting. Was your part that good?
it wasn't even about it just being good. It was more so just like because like I held them on accident. I was just like, hey, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I just
Okay.
sometimes I just be forgetting, bro. And like I managed to just make something really fucking good. Like I'm tapping into a new sound that's like very infectious as of this current moment. Like I feel like musically, and not even just to blow smoke like up my own ass, but like I feel like musically, I'm entering a level up that's very, very good for me career-wise. But the only detriment to it is that it's gonna cut off like that genre bending shit I used to do sometimes back in the day. But it's just because in general, like I just don't like rapping like that anymore. It's not really like my stick anymore. And if I do rap, I like melodical rapping. Like I'm just really not that kind of guy no more. I just like singing primarily. And when I have people like with John Old or like Swoo or like Caspi on my side that like I'm making music with, like we're not trying to rap unless it's like for some meme shit. So yeah, like I say like right now my sound is definitely like reaching a whole other level where it's like now I'm at a level where I can elevate to go absolutely insane. I just have to really be consistent with it and just keep going. So that's the reason why this upcoming Droptober, not to say much, is gonna be very, very there's gonna be a lot of me during that month.
Okay, that's gonna be really stacked. I'm very excited.
Yeah, pretty much. I have a lot of really good things coming out. Actually, for the rest of this month, because tomorrow I'm actually dropping. And then tomorrow I'm dropping a single, and then I have a really big thing coming out at the end of this month that I'm not gonna say just yet. But yeah, Droptober is definitely gonna be really, really good for me. Especially if you're a fan of me, like you're gonna love that month a lot.
Okay, that's really good. You know, all your fans. That's like your little sneak peek into what's to come in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Well, speaking of big things, actually, let's talk about that song for you and Fable. That's pretty huge. Did you meet? Because like you met him also at NPC, right?
Yeah, nah, but like I've known him for. It's actually kind of funny because the way how I met DPS and Fable for the first time. So as if you're a Nerdcore person or you're just around the community, you know how like these motherfuckers are. Like DPS and Fable are literally like brothers at this point, right? So they do everything together and they just move as a fucking unit. Even though their careers are so like separate paths, it's literally just a parallel line. Different paths, but same trajectory. They just do the same shit.
I didn't notice that too.
I was sitting in I made a song with GBJ called Born to Fight, and that was what like they listened to that and they heard my sound and they were like, oh, holy shit, like this guy's incredible. And I was on the toilet and these motherfuckers both followed me on Twitter with an eye emoji in my DMs, and I legitimately was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's crazy. That's creepy, but exciting.
And that's how DPS got me on Jack the Ripper. That's how I managed to like get my name out there with that song. And that song really did like push me forward. But what really, really made me like solidify myself in terms of like being put on a lot of features and such was not only just the DPS collabs, because Canon Event came out like a couple of weeks before NPC. It was not just that, but it was also the fact that NPC itself, because people got to not only they've heard my sound before, they've met me, so they know I'm a cool person. So I really just got around like a lot, and that's the reason why this hot potato shit is going on right now. But yeah, so Canon Event, Jack the Ripper, easily my favorite song, like one of my favorite features I've done this year with DPS. Snaps really like helped me elevate my mix and my sound, and also helped me figure out new ways of using voice inflections for myself.
Oh,
which
wow.
led in the past 4 months leading to now into me making like what is literally the best music I could potentially make at this current moment before I improve even more. So I do appreciate him a lot. And Fable always wanted me to put me on something ever since he followed me like alongside DPS, but he's one of those guys where he's really picky with the beat. If he doesn't hear you on that with the vision, he's not doing it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so like even though like I met him at NPC, it wasn't gonna like accelerate my chances of like collabing. I just got really lucky because there's other singers that he wants to work with, but I just got really lucky with Down. Like the instrumental for Down was just something that he was like, Oricadia. So
Nice,
I had
nice.
to show up and show out for him. You know what I'm saying?
And
Make
hey,
sure
that's
that,
a good song. That's a
that
really good song too.
yeah, and it's charting everywhere. It's actually top 100 alternative songs in the U.S. right now.
Is it really? What the
So
fuck?
yeah,
Where? I wanna see
it's
this.
charting like all around the world right now.
Oh my
So like I really
God,
do
that's
want to
so
give like a
cool.
shout out to. I want to give a shout out to Bloom Gums, Divide, all the people that like were involved in that song and whatnot. And I do appreciate Fable for really giving me the opportunity to go and like show up and show out, because I wasn't gonna hop on that shit and give some fucking mid. No, that's not happening no more, my boy. I said at the beginning of this year when I hopped on that Rustage cipher, I am never dropping mid ever again. I felt like fucking Zoro after I felt like Zoro and Barati, bro. I will never lose again. That is not happening. I haven't dropped mid at all this year after that shit. Because if y'all know, that Marine cipher easily, like musically wise, my worst ever verse I've ever done. It was so fucking horrible.
Oh, I can't even remember it actually.
So-
I'm thinking about it.
It was terrible, literally terrible. But to be fair, it's low-key Rustage's fault. Why the fuck would you put a singing motherfucker to rap on a Marine cipher with Shofu, Dizzy 8, Breton Boy, Peso Pete, Politicus? Like, what is wrong with you,
wow,
bro?
that is pretty outplaced.
You're trying to kill me here, bro. Like,
That
trying
is
to kill me.
That is outplaced just a little bit.
But I'm thankful that he at least realized, he was like, okay, let me actually like let him cook and put him on a Doflamingo track. So I was like, thank you, appreciate you.
Nice.
So yeah,
Cool,
it's definitely like this might be tooting my own horn a little bit, but I think I can say, and I have the evidence to prove,
okay.
I am upcoming artist of the year right now, or at
I
least
think
I have
so.
a little bit of a
I
lead
think
right
that's
now.
correct. No shade. I do think
Like,
that's correct.
Pretty sure that like the evidence proves it. But yeah, like I've definitely been putting in that fucking work this year.
No,
I'm trying my best to keep
I
going
believe in
crazy,
you
so,
so much. Like, I definitely think that you are the upcoming artist this year. Like, especially out of like all like, you know, the newer people, or even those people that have been like around but not too long. I feel like I do see you being like, you know, probably in the top 3 of this year easily, and you're probably not 3 or 2 in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really do appreciate it.
Shout out to Fable and shout out, especially to DPS too, because God, that's like everybody's like uncle. Like, I love that guy so much.
Oh no, yeah, man.
He's
like
so great.
if you know him, you know him. Like the dude is a really humble and down to earth guy. Literally, like I had a conversation with him at NPC. Like legitimately told him like that genuinely like I wasn't really even thinking about staying in the community at a certain point. And it wasn't until how we managed to work on something like Jack the Ripper, or better yet, even Canon Event, how we managed to collab on a song where I realized that like this is my place. Like I don't have to go anywhere else. Like I thought that at first, like the community was just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like not really like respect me as an artist too much. But I realized sooner or later that this is the only community that would respect me as an artist. You get me? Like I've never felt more like at place in this community, and I really do have to credit that to people like DPS, because he really did like besides like my OGs, because as much as I fucking hate the nigga, Breton did contribute a lot to my upbringing. I fucking hate that guy. Fuck Breton boy.
That is true.
He contributed to a lot of my upbringing. If it wasn't for the fact that he kept pushing for people like Schwab on his reaction streams to listen to me, and every other people in my group, I considerably doubt that we'd be at what we're at right now, or at least like we'd probably be at a fraction of where we're at right now if it wasn't for Breton. So I really do have to give my credit where it's due, and like say that Breton was definitely like the person that helped me elevate and put me into a better place, because I wouldn't be in Nerdcore if it wasn't for Breton boy. So
shout out to Breton. That's really nice. Breton's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, like everything you said is just so like correct. Like all I can really say is like I'm just very proud of you, and I just hope that, you know, you can set even more milestones, you know, into the upcoming year, you know, next year. I hope that next year is like even bigger than this year for you, to be honest, because like you definitely do deserve it. 100%.
Yeah, man, I really do appreciate it. Like I have a lot of things going well for me, but like I definitely want to like push I just want to push myself to a better level, especially in terms of like building an audience, because like I realized that like if I'm gonna continue dropping like good music and have people behind me and whatnot be co-signed by all these amazing people, amazing artists and whatnot, I have to be a positive person and a role model to the people that listen to me and are inspired by me. Like, I wouldn't in any like shape or form consider myself like a great person. Like, morally, I'm morally sound, duh. But like, yeah, like, I just want to make sure that like when people like know me or they know of like myself as like, you know, Oricadia, like, you don't know a person that is like a lazy person or like isn't grateful, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I want to portray myself as. Like, I want to portray myself as a person that like deserves where I'm at right now. So yeah, pretty much.
That's cool. That's really cool. And even like speaking like outside like the Nokon community, because like even like the like people that like Jason could to the Nokon community, you often like, you know, collaborate with like Dax a lot. You know, Dax like another person that you do a lot with, like, you know, and Shiro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, do you want to talk about stuff like that for a bit?
Oh no, yeah, for sure. I do have like a lot of things where I'm working on with Shiro in the future. That's dropping relatively soon. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be pretty cool when it does come out. And like stuff like Dax, you know, like Dax Dax also helped me out a lot when it comes to like making music and shit and like improving myself. I think Dax overall, like his behind the scenes work is very influential. A lot of his engineering and like inputs on like music has definitely helped a lot of people push like the curve a bit more.
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable. Yeah, that's
like he's definitely helped me out on a lot of my drops in the past. And I think actually right now my biggest single on my page is our collab song that we did, Upper Echelon. Which is very funny to see. That's so amazing. Like, yeah, but Dax has definitely helped me out on a couple of songs before. Some notable ones would be off the top of my head, Bad Boys with Louverture. I know Bad Boys with Louverture, he helped me out with that. I know he helped me out with Devil Hunters, if I remember correctly, Psycho 100. Yeah, he helped me out with the mix on it, cover art, and he had a verse on that. So I know he definitely helped me out a lot in terms of like the upbringing essentially. So yeah, definitely give my props to that guy where it's due, because like I said, I don't forget anybody that helps me like push myself further. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sure. You guys are like brothers in my opinion, because you know, both of you guys being Dominican and stuff like that. You know, you guys are really close.
Yeah, for sure. I love that guy. He just doesn't fucking talk to me because he's a bitch. But I'll talk to him eventually though. I love that guy though, for sure. Like, I'm trying to, cause like my biggest plus as an artist, or like my biggest plus is just a person in general, is that I'm genuinely the most adaptable person like ever. And when I'm around people that have an amazing work ethic, or like they portray themselves in a certain way, either as a person or as a musician or anything, it rubs off on me. So I managed to adapt in a lot of situations. So Dax managed to help me elevate a lot in terms of musically, because I used to write a certain way, which was very generic in my eyes. But then once like me and Dax started to work a little bit more, we worked on a lot of stuff for his stuff. My writing ended up improving a whole lot because of that. So I really do, yeah, like I do fuck with Dax when it comes to that stuff. So, yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
The next question I was gonna ask you, because recently you've been doing like a lot of like JJK stuff, even with like your features, which is interesting.
Yeah, but, I'm calling this shit the JJK saga at this current moment, because I've been on 3 different Toji songs, and I'm dropping a Toji song tomorrow.
Oh, that's what you're dropping? Oh wow, this is gonna be 4.
Yeah, my last drop was a JJK release. My next one is gonna be another JJK release. So yeah, I'm ending, like I already said though, like I'm ending the saga with Toji, and then like we'll move on to like fucking Mahito or Kenjaku when the time comes. But motherfucker, I am taking a break off this shit. Like, I'm done. Like, stop putting me on these JJK songs. Put me on something else.
And I guess it makes sense too, because season 2 came out, and that's like a really big thing right now. So I guess people want to like catch that in
definitely,
also.
For sure.
And also, I'm actually watching it right now, because I told him Titus, but I had not finished season 1, and I'm currently doing that right now, and I'm make my way up to season 2. It's pretty good, I'd say. It's pretty good.
Season 1's really good. I think season 2 is also really good as well. But like the only thing about season 2 is that since like I know what happens in the manga, I'm not really anticipating it as much compared to season 1 when I didn't know anything. So
makes sense.
It's one of those shows where it's like you're better off sticking to one source, manga or anime, like, because the hype moments are extremely hype. So or like any moment in general is really serious, and there's plot twists like everywhere. So either stick to the anime if you're really just an anime head, or stick to the manga if you're a manga head. And don't be spoiling out there. If I catch you spoiling, I'm beating your ass.
Oh yeah, spoilers are suck. You guys need to stop
that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For sure.
I guess speaking of like anime in general, what are some of your like favorite anime, you know?
I mean, judging how like I have like a One Piece tattoo and shit, I have like
you definitely One Piece
over here.
For sure.
Like One Piece is number 1 by far.
Mm-hmm.
The overall theme of the show is basically what embodies my entire like persona and like how I want to be as a person. Like I genuinely don't wish any ill will on people or anything, like, you know what I'm saying, in particular. I only chase my dreams, and I just try to like pursue my dream, which is being a successful artist in my own regard, and like pushing the narrative more, and like making people believe in me, which is overall like what I've been always wanting to do. And the thing is with One Piece thematically is just that it embodies that, and it also makes your dreams like your willpower as a person. So like I've never in my life wished ill will on a person, but if somebody did me wrong, I just try to surpass them, whether artistically or as a person. And that's me in an instance, just going after somebody's dreams. Like I just generally don't really care about the physical sense of it. So One Piece overall thematically is just like my favorite anime of all time, or source of media, honestly, of all time. I just consume One Piece content every day. I don't care. So number 2, I definitely put Soul Eater.
Nice.
Soul Eater was definitely what like I grew up with, like when I was really like getting into anime. Like Soul Eater was amazing. I'll say this though, anime adaptation kind of trash. It's kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I grew up with it as a kid, so like I didn't really like, I wasn't able to like critically like analyze that shit.
Yeah.
But when I read the manga compared to the show, the manga's way better than the anime. Yeah. Like way better. And it's not even like a competition.
I will say in the beginning the anime was pretty cool, I will say, but towards the end I would agree, because they really changed the ending like a lot, and they didn't really add like a lot of stuff that's in the manga currently. Yeah, pretty
much. So like for me right now, like, because I'm still trying to figure out like exactly what I want to work on in the future, in terms of like, because I don't know if people have noticed, but like I've diverted from doing just strictly anime raps to doing character raps now, because I feel like that just allows me to like do a lot more content. And then also as well that like when I'm sorry, fucking train of thoughts going off. Like for character raps overall, when I just make an abundance of music, so it just allows me to drop way more often. Like before, when I was making shit, I would have to like title it in a certain way, and then it'd just be a conflicting thing, because I can't have just 2 Jujutsu Kaisen rap AMVs. That's kind of like, it's just, it doesn't really work out. So yeah. Then number 3, I put, honestly, number 3 is a tie between Hunter x Hunter and
hey, there it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely like a tie between Hunter x Hunter and then something like A Silent Voice. Because A Silent Voice, even though it's a movie, not a show.
Interesting.
One of my favorite anime movies like ever, if not my favorite. And it's just a really good like one shot that's just amazing for me. I love movies like that, because I've always been like a slice of life or like romance kind of guy when it comes to like watching anime. Oh, yeah. I've just recently started getting into shonen more. And I love shonen, don't get me wrong, especially stuff like Jujutsu, like my top 2, obviously One Piece and then Jujutsu Kaisen. But my grassroots in anime started in slice of life and romance shows, so A Silent Voice is definitely like up there for me. Like it was a really good movie, so it's gonna make you cry though, so if you watch it.
I still have not seen it, but I did hear it was pretty good. I will say I am curious, because Hunter x Hunter currently is my number 1, and you guys have it, and you have it tied, so I don't know if it's gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna like it more for sure, but I definitely am gonna give it a watch for sure, because my number 1 is Hunter x Hunter, but then after that it's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because I love JoJo's. I love what JoJo's represents, And
Right.
I guess for my third one, I don't know actually. It might be One Piece question mark. I think it might be One Piece, you know, because don't get me wrong, I do love One Piece, but I do love a lot of things like more. But I do understand the significance of what One Piece holds. And I did watch the live action actually, and that was pretty fun too. Did a good job adapting that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, yeah, I used to like JoJo's, but now I kind of grew out of that phase because obviously, 03, like 2000s, baby, you basically just grew up in the prime time of just fucking JoJo memes and shit. So it's just like it really like phased out of me. Like, I definitely think part 4 is my favorite. Like, Josuke is my favorite JoJo. And then Jotaro is like right behind him.
Yeah.
But part 5, I fell off after part 5. In all honesty, like I like Giorno as a protagonist, but like the story didn't really like capture me at that time.
Did you watch Stone Ocean?
Stone Ocean? Nah, I haven't watched it yet. I heard that it's pretty good,
interesting.
Though, so.
It's pretty different because it has like a female protagonist, Jolene. She's like I'm not gonna spoil that, but she is really interesting. She's part of like the family. The themes of like part 6 are also pretty cool too, because it takes place in like in a prison. It's really awesome. And part 7's next, and part 7's like the best part when it comes to the manga. So yeah, you should definitely give it a try.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, oh, okay, that's the reason why. Sorry, I was getting messages from like other accounts, like the fuck. But, yeah, nah. No, yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, pretty much. Like, I'll eventually get into JoJo. I'll hopefully tap into it soon. But I gotta catch up to a lot of other anime. Like, there's so much stuff I have to watch. Like, one of my friends is trying to get me into watching Code Geass season 2.
Oh, that's gonna
be I watched season 1, but I never watched season 2, so I'm trying to like finish it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, pretty good though.
Pretty good. All right, so what's next? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you because you were talking about like people like earlier about you collab with people. I was gonna ask you who are some of your favorite people to collab with within the community?
Within the community, that's actually kind of hard to say actually, because like I actually like collabing with a lot of people equally. Like I don't necessarily like have like favorites, but if I were to list people like that I genuinely like, I just have fun working with because it challenges me to like find shit for them to like work on.
Yeah, just give it a few.
I'd say definitely Jeesh.
Cool.
Jeesh is a really good friend of mine, and it's almost like the similar like parallel line shit, just like different sometimes, but it sometimes like converges for like some collabs here and there. I will say like my best songs that have Jeesh as a feature, like they're not my best songs, but I loved being able to work with Jeesh though, because overall it was just very fun. Like I love talking to the guy, I love working with the guy, and that nigga needs to fucking put me on something because I'm waiting for him to do it, and he's like, oh, you need to find a beat, bro. I'm just like, hurry the fuck up, bro. Like I could literally do anything, like just hurry up. Like, but regardless, so I'd say definitely Jeesh is up there. Right now, obviously, Jonold is up there, but it's still for classified reasons. But Jonold is definitely like my favorite person. Oh, he is my favorite person to work with actually at this current moment. Yeah, he's my favorite. Okay. I'm not counting like my best friends, like Swoo and Caspi and whatnot, because I've known them for years. Like we've worked on like dozens of songs at this point. Oh yeah. So it'd be unfair for me to say like Swoo and Caspi. Like it's just that's unfair. But yeah, I'd say Jonold, Jeesh. Working with Fable was awesome, and I really want to like get on something else with them soon because it was a really good experience. DPS as well, but it's mainly just because working with DPS is so fucking funny. Like I can't really tell, I can't really gauge which one is funnier between him or Fable, but like Fable, I sent him his verse I sent him the verse for Downfall or Down in literally like 20 minutes of him sending the beat, right? And I was like, all right, I got a melody for it. And then he just sends me back a message and he's like, my body is so ready. And then like I send him the verse and then he sends me a voice message and he's like, yo! And I'm just like, bro, you're fucking crazy, bro.
That's amazing.
Like, you're fucking crazy. So
I love that.
working with Fable is funny as fuck. I love working with that guy, and we also make like insanely good music together. So I can't wait to see in the future if we do work more. And if I were to, because like I said, Jeesh, John'll, DPS, Fable. If I were to name one more person that I like working with, just really trying to like dig in here. I'd say,
Oh, you would have to think about
it's actually
it. Okay.
there's a lot of people I've worked. I think Louverture is definitely there. I like working with Louverture.
Okay.
Cool dude. I like working with Lou.
Shout
We don't work on a lot of shit together, and like I said, like some of the stuff that we have worked on, not my best music, but it's just more so just working with them. That's like that good aspect of it. I just like working with that guy. It's pretty cool dude. We have a couple stuff that's coming on his page actually in the future, so I can't wait to see like that stuff drop because it's actually pretty good like content from like his side.
I was about to say that's going to be my very next question. What can because you already talked about like October, all the drops, possibly coming. But I was going to ask you what are the stuff that you're pretty excited to what can you talk about like in the future that you're working on?
I mean tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm dropping
yeah.
what is potentially tomorrow I'm basically dropping like what is like potentially my best video of like my entire channel so far.
Ooh.
And this editor that I'm working with, this guy is so fucking good, and I can't wait to show it to my audience. Like it's literally one of my best videos, if not the best one. And I've got him on a lot of projects for Droptober, so it's gonna be just insane quality coming out of me in these next 2 months.
Nice.
And not just musically, because musically I've been elevating in terms of mixing and mastering, but visuals wise I'm definitely catching a level up. So it's gonna be great. So tomorrow, can't wait for it to show my audience like what the fuck we're gonna be on this year, for the rest of this year and for the years to come. But we're definitely gonna be cooking. Like they're gonna know about me in a couple months. Now for Droptober, one thing I can say, since it's basically gonna be announced like by I don't know, like in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I don't know. Actually, no. I'll say the other thing. Me and Shiro are actually working on a pretty big project with a pretty big VTuber that people may know about. So whenever that does drop, that's probably gonna be announced like around like a week or so. So that's gonna be pretty cool because it's a very unexpected collab. But equally though, like still very cool. Like I was happy working with her, and like I just can't wait for it to really just come out because it shows how good my writing is for other people, and then it also shows how good like I am in a different language. So that's pretty much the most I can really say for that part. And yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and for Droptober, weekly releases is definitely going to be in the conversation here. You're gonna hear me throughout the entirety of Droptober. It's gonna be the month where like I really lock in and try to like make myself the king of that month for this year in particular, because I genuinely think that like right now nobody's fucking with me with what I'm dropping for this Droptober. And of course friendly competition vibes. I'm not trying to do no crazy shit, but yeah, nobody's fucking with me with what I'm dropping with Droptober. Nobody's fucking with me in drops, and nobody's fucking with me with features, because the shit that I'm doing for Droptober definitely going crazy.
I'm excited to see what everyone's gonna do.
So yeah,
I really am, because everyone's talking about like a lot of like big talk. I was like, oh wow, I can't wait to see everyone's projects.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Like I know it's going to be a very surprising month because a lot of people thought that I wasn't going to do this, since I haven't been talking about it for like months at this point, since I first said that I was going to do something. But yeah, like it's going to be a really fucking awesome last 3 months of this year. Like I can't wait to show people. Like it's going to be amazing.
That sounds very, very exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big time for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you said earlier in the podcast that you're currently working on your album too. Is this gonna be your first album actually that you're gonna be working on?
Pretty much, it's my first album. I'm taking it very slow because I'm trying to time it very correctly. I don't want to drop this album like just sporadically like, oh, here's a fucking album. No, I want to build like an audience first before I do that. But
Smart. That's a smart thing to do.
There's something else that's coming in the future. So yeah. Also, I heard my cat at the door, so I'm gonna have to definitely let him in. I'll be back in a second.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So yeah, I had to let that goober in because I think he has to use the bathroom.
I actually didn't know you had a cat. Actually.
Yeah, I got him a couple months ago. I really wanted to, because I was in a relationship like at the beginning of this year, or no, I like the end of last year, and like my partner at that time like had like a cat, and like it really like I really wanted to get one after that, so I was just like, bro, fuck it, I'm about to just get one. Like screw it. Cool. And then really happy to have him. Really good guy. He's a bit of an asshole, but like that's like all cats. So.
Okay, that's really cool. Actually, you know what? I actually do remember you posting about your cat. Actually, I think I do remember that. I just probably forgot about it for some reason. Okay, so we're coming to towards the end of the podcast. So I have a final few questions to ask you. So basically, with all the like success that you have right now, which is like pretty amazing, and you can grow more, go into like a better artist, and still like evolve even past where you are right now. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years? I'm curious. As a creator.
In 5 years as a creator, I probably see myself on the level of at least like people like with 5 years of due diligence, consistency, constantly one-upping myself, really just getting in there with connects and just talking to people, building a bigger audience. I see myself on a level of people like DPS or Fable. I feel like I'm me, and it's not just me. Like I see a couple friends of mine really being on that level, and if not even better or even greater. Like, because by any means, I don't want to be a mainstream kind of guy. Like I know I have like a really mainstream sound, but like I just don't. I honestly don't like the spotlight like that, and having a bunch of people like, or like millions of people just be like, yo, like it's kind of overwhelming for me. So. But I really do, like with due diligence, I see like me and a couple friends of mine really being on that level and just making a lot of like, just being very successful, like off of what we make and create for people. So yeah, because at the end of the day, my goal is just to change people's lives by like listening to my shit, whether it's, and that's kind of why I don't just make music for myself anymore. I make music for what people may feel. So. A lot of my future stuff that's coming out in the future is like it's about myself, but it's also like driven towards people that like may be feeling this type of way, or just overall need to listen to something that can really make them like, you know what I'm saying, like inspire themselves. So yeah,
that's actually a really interesting thing that you actually say that, because often with like artists, they often like have this like conflicted thing. Oh, should I make music like for me and like how I'm feeling, or should I do it for my audience? Try to please them. And people sometimes can't find that balance, so it's interesting that you actually say that. Actually,
I mean, no, yeah, if you're an artist, you need to have a sense of like identity within yourself. So, and especially since a lot of artists use music as their like coping mechanism for just regular stuff in life, it's very difficult for you to not do that. You get what I mean? Like you have to pretty much, oh shit. But no, yeah, like you have to essentially constantly push yourself to be better as an artist and better as a person, because that's just the way of life. That's how you live in life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just like be stagnant in a single position, because then you're just gonna be a cog in the machine. So, especially with artists that are usually just creative driven, and just people in general that are just creative driven. Like I love people like that. So. You have to have a balance within making it for yourself and then making it for your audience, because at the end of the day, your audience is your family. They're the ones that really turn the lights on for you, and they're the ones that will always be there to support you no matter what you do. Like a lot of people quality whore too much for other people. Like stop quality whoring for other people, quality whore for yourself if you feel like it. Because you'll always have an audience, even if you aren't a quality whore. I'm not that big of a quality whore in my music, because I know that people just feel like, regardless of what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Even if like the EQ is like slightly like off notches, you get what I mean? But it's always better to one up yourself musically. But don't just do it because somebody else told you to. Do it because you want to. So that's pretty much like what I'd say for it. So yeah.
Cool. That's a lot of interesting stuff you told us actually. Because I do find that really interesting between like artists, you know, finding that balance of like what to do. So I guess for my very, very, very last question, or not even like a question, it's just something that I feel like I had to like ask all my guests I have on, because I think it's really cool. If you were to like, you know, for the people like watching, you know, this podcast, if you were to give anybody like advice, just like any general advice, what would you say to them, you know?
In terms of advice, okay, I'm not really the best person when it comes to advice, because I'm still navigating towards life as like I'm a very young person, so it's like navigating towards life without like a huge mentor is kind of like already like a gripe in its own. But if I were to give advice, chase your dreams. Don't fucking falter in yourself or anybody. If somebody doubts you, use it as fuel to keep going. Don't just fucking like sit there and cry about it because you haven't pulled like numbers on like a specific song. Stop being married to music, like specific singles that you make. Just focus on the next drop and work on yourself and keep going. That's what I did in the beginning. I used to cry about like having fucking 100 views on a song instead of like a million, because I kept comparing myself to other people. But I just said, fuck it, small victories. I got 100 views. Now it's 200. Now it's 500. Now it's 1,000. Now it's 10,000. Now it's 50,000. You just keep going. Like,
yeah.
Don't just sit yourself down, or don't just like stay comfortable at a certain amount, because you're just setting a ceiling for yourself. I don't have a ceiling for myself. I can probably go for 1 million, and I won't have that ceiling for myself because I want to keep going. Like, I don't necessarily care about just like money, for instance, or numbers. I care about more so just like my quality. Like, I want to reach a certain standard for myself that I like, and then just keep going and be able to build a career off of it. So yeah.
Okay, that's very, very cool. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think that's pretty much the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for coming through. It was amazing having Ori on. I know that you're a pretty busy guy, so I'm gonna let you go soon. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, and you guys have been like amazing so far. I started this podcast with like season 1, which was like earlier this year, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do a season 2, but I'm actually glad I pretty much did, because I had like a lot of like cool episodes and conversations with like friends of the community. So I'm really glad that I did do this, and who knows, maybe we might have like a season 3 or something. Who knows? If you guys want that at all, definitely let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and or you can also plug yourself. Where can people find you?
No, yeah, for sure. If you want to find me, just go to twitter.com or x.com/Oricadia. If you want to like follow me for like updates and want to drop my stuff, and I'm Oricadia everywhere else. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and whatnot. So yeah, if you really want to like know where I am consistently like announcing drops or just being like myself, just go to my Twitter. But yeah, it was really good being on your show. I really do appreciate the opportunity and such, and yeah, thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna be the end of the episode now, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day, actually an amazing week. Actually, hope you guys are being productive and being healthy and taking care of yourselves. Just having like a nice positive life. Stress free. All right, well, I'm gonna see y'all later.
Yeah, for sure.
And until next time, bye, guys.
Shibuya is gas, bro.
Is it really that good?
Oh, it's really that good.
Wow.
I was when I read it like a year or two ago, I was blown away.